Hello. Wrong thing. This is what I want to see. Oh, let me take this off. Hello, hello. Come in, come in. Am I live? I don't know. I have no earthly clue lately. My hair is a mess, y'all. This craziness. One day. Maybe it's Maybelline. No, got it. Hi, Will. How are you? Ooh, I don't like the way that looks. I think I'm gonna move this one. How, Will? How have you been doing, sir? I hope you have been well. Hello, Miss Phenomenal Creations, AKP Chase. How are you? Sarita Armendares. Hello, how are you? Haven't seen your name. Welcome to our channel. Diana Henderson, Miss Debbie Kidd. Hello, how are you? Lori from Canada is in here saying hi with Inspiration Creations. Deb Parker, hello. Dorothy Gaston, hello, hello. Hashtag Hoop Group, hello. You took a break this weekend. I'm sure you are very happy for that and needed it because we need our breaks. You worked very hard, so I'm sure that was a good break. Let me fix that. Lulu Creative Boutique, hello, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Tanya Gurley, hello, how are you? Welcome. Diamond Collins, hello, welcome, and thank you for being a Hoop Group YouTube member, and you as well, Miss Debbie Kidd, as always. B Mays 5, hello from Mississippi, how are you? Welcome. Willa Allen, hello, how are you? Ruth Ann Dion, hello, how are you? That was a lot of sublimation. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I have a freestanding lace project going on behind me that I am doing for a friend, and we can talk about that tonight because the plan tonight was to do some embroidery, and I decided to do freestanding lace. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can pull up a picture of what I'm trying to do for a friend. Actually, it's a present for a friend. Actually, I need to go up here. And it's going to be a present for a friend for their spouse. And there we go. And y'all, I did not know. So I'm gonna tell y'all something that you're probably not thinking about. Let me see how many people in here because I need to make sure right now. Okay, so we're gonna give it a minute, and I'm gonna share something really deep and profound with you that I really think you all should take into consideration so that you can prepare yourselves mentally for the bounteous blessings that are coming your way for those who wish to expand and do more, right? So that being the case, you need to know what you're about to undertake. And I think it's important to know what you're going to do or get involved with before you do it. All right, so first things first, I wanted to share with you a picture of the freestanding lace project that is on my machine right now. Can I not get a bigger picture than that? It has to be a bigger picture. Okay. So, how am I going to show this to y'all? Oh, I'll show it to you this way. There we go. We're going to blow it up like that. And I'm going to switch you over. I like your glasses. Thank you. Thank you, Lulu. I appreciate that. You finally got your sublimation printed up and running. Yes! Holler! That That is awesome. That's what's up. Hello, Deidre, Patty G, Grant and Favor. Hello, welcome, welcome. I'm not getting any notification at all. Okay, so there's 2 steps to the notification process. The first step is make sure that you click the bell beside subscribe. Okay, that's the first step. So if you have the notification bell clicked, then your phone and or your computer or your tablet, whatever device that you're accessing YouTube on, you have to grant it permission to send you notifications. So you can have the bell clicked all day long on your tablet, your mobile phone, or on your computer, but if you don't allow YouTube app on your phone or on your tablet, or if you don't allow YouTube to send desktop notifications from YouTube, then you're not going to get those notifications. So you have to make sure that you turn them both on. Hello, Robin Bryant, Crystal Create, Salty Gravy. Hi, Salty Gravy. Printed a page but haven't pressed it yet. Come on, girl. You got to go all the way with this thing. All the way. Glenn F. Hey, Glenn F. Shamina. Hey, Shamina. Valerie Hill. Hello, hello. How is everyone? David D. Carol Coleman. Hey, y'all. How are y'all doing? I am going to switch real quick and show you what I am working on the machine. Let me see if this is the right one. Watch it not be the right one. The right one. So this is what I'm working on now. And I have other pieces of it in the house, like a very smart person who wanted to share this with y'all and let y'all see it, but left it in the house. Did not bring it back here with me so that I could show it to you, the different pieces to it. So at any rate, we'll have to look at the different pieces right here on this screen, unfortunately. So that's how that cookie is gonna have to crumble. So that being the case, hopefully I can show you from the screen the different aspects of it. So this is freestanding lace, right? And it's going to be a rose. Actually, I'm going to do a bouquet, and I offered this to a friend of mine. Said, hey, you can give this to your wife, she'll absolutely love it. And they were like, oh, that's a great idea. So this is what I have chosen to do myself. Now, that being the case, there's a part of it that I did not think of. Now, this is embroiderylibrary.com if you're interested in it. Matter of fact, you can go to designs by category, and right here where it says lace, just select lace, and then it's on page 2. This specific rose is on the second page of lace designs. All right, so if you would like to do that, that's what this is. Hello, Eartha Lewis. How are you? Shonda Smalls, welcome. Thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Thank you very much. Sarita, hello. Thank you. You said that's beautiful. Thank you very much. Lulu says, I really need to learn how to do this 3D rose. I was working on that, but there's a hiccup, and we'll discuss that in a minute. Hey, Dorothy Gaston, how are you? Lisa Danelli, hello, hello. Diana Henderson, Crystal Create says, I love doing freestanding lace. Yeah, Will, that's the $1 million question. That is the $1 million question right there, which I didn't consider that prior to. All right, so I'm gonna show you. Here are the pieces to it. This is what it looks like stitching out. You'll need 2 of this big one, 2 of the smaller piece, and then 1 both of these 2 pieces right here. Okay, so that's 2 pieces here, 4 pieces with the 2 here, 5, 6 different pieces to this rose, right? So the thing about it though is, let's go to, well, it's on my machine. So the larger piece, the biggest piece that I have to do 2 of is 30,000 stitches. 30,000 stitches each for the largest piece, right? And you have to have 2 of them. So that's 60,000 stitches per largest piece, and that's just one part, 2 little pieces of the total flower, which you need a total of 6, right? So on the 6th needle, it is taking 45 minutes per piece to stitch out. 45 minutes, right? So one piece on freestanding lace on water soluble stabilizer, 45 minutes, y'all. Do you see my face? Really? Okay, so far on the 6th needle, I've only done just the largest one, and I've done 4 of the largest ones because, as I mentioned, I'm building a bouquet, right? So this is I don't even know what I'm thinking. I really don't, because if you're talking about 45 minutes for just those 2, okay, then you're talking about let's see how many. Okay, so 45 minutes for the first part, 35 minutes for the smaller one. So that one is 25,000 stitches in the second part, and you need 2 of those, so that's another 50,000. So that's, oh my god, y'all know I don't do math, right? 60,000 for the first one, 50,000 for the second one, and then the 2 smaller pieces, the largest piece of the 2 smaller pieces that we only need 1 of is 8,000 stitches, and that one is 13 minutes, right? And then the smallest piece is 8 minutes, and it's 5,000 stitches. Okay, so that's a lot of minutes. 35 minutes times 2, okay, that much I know is 70 minutes. Then you have 45 minutes for the first one. Okay, my brain is doing the math and it's tired, so that's 1 hour and 30 minutes for the 2. So that's 3 hours, and that's not including 3.5 hours, my bad, and that's not including the 2 smaller pieces for 1 rose, and that's not putting it together. Okay, so I'm telling you all of this because how many stitches total you can't, okay, total, I don't even know. Let me see if they even give the total stitches. Let's go back to look it up. Now they have other flowers too. You can do tulips, you can do, they have a tulip, they have where is it at? This right here, the peony. They have that one. They also have this one. This is spiral though, so I don't know how many stitches in the, this one will be easier to put together, the spiral one, whereas these are separate pieces. This is all one piece and you just roll it all together. Okay, so let's go back to the rose and 3D lace. And of course I'm doing the largest size. So the total stitches, it says, is 68,000 stitches. Is that right? Yeah, 68,000 stitches for the rose. Some say love. Okay, but anyway, so 3.5 hours per flower, and you're talking about 12 a dozen for a dozen roses, y'all. Do you see my face? So that's a problem that I tend to get myself into quite a bit. I come across these totally awesome designs. They're totally gorgeous, they're beautiful, and I'm like, ooh, I want to do this project because it's amazing. It looks like it's going to be wonderful. And then once I get the stitching, I'm like, oh my God, 3 hours? 3 hours tied up with one machine. And what I ended up doing was splitting between the two machines, and it's just, yeah, it ain't gonna make no difference. It's gonna still be a struggle. So what I'm probably gonna end up doing is taking the little teenier pieces and putting them on the very small, the 4x4 machines. Right now I'm doing the middle pieces on the 15 needle on the Redline, and then the largest piece I'm doing on the 6 needle, right? So, but it got worse because your friend Eve with the baby's booty decided to switch up and do one color on the 6 needle and a different color on the Redline, like a smart person, instead of sticking with the same color all across. Because I was like, oh, it would be neat to mix up the color. Yeah, no, I shouldn't have done that. But anyways, so this is what I have so far on the, oh, you know what, y'all are still on the rose design, so let's switch that up. And this is what you're looking at, I'm looking at rather, so far on the Redline. This is the middle size part of the flower. And then of course, once it's done doing all this gorgeous stitching, I will cut this out like a big circle all the way around like that, and then put it in warm water and let it dissolve, and it won't take long, and it'll just, you know, melt this freestanding, melt the Vilene or the water soluble stabilizer, melt it away and leave just the lace behind, which has been absolutely gorgeous. Now I will say that it's totally gorgeous so far, what I've been able to do, which of course I left next door, but it's taking a lot longer. All right, so I said all of that to bring out a point that I think is really important for folks to understand, and there's quite a few of you in here, so I'm going to get on my soapbox real quick. So what a person needs to keep in mind: how many of you guys in here are just a single needle only, but at some point you want to upgrade to a multi-needle? Say me. You're single needle right now, but at some point you want to upgrade and get a multi-needle, whether it be right this exact moment in time, you're really ready and you want to upgrade, or you're dreaming of upgrading and you really want to do it ASAP as soon as you get a chance. Say me, so that I'll know how many folks is in here with that gorgeous dream. It's a wonderful dream. It's a wonderful goal to attain to. I'm ready. I'm here to support you with that and encourage you as much as I possibly can. But I also need to let you know something. So that's why I really want to know how many folks in here are on that bandwagon. Okay. Salty Gravy said that's a hi Tane you. How are you, my love? Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for being a Hoop Group YouTube member. I appreciate that. It'll be perfect as a brooch on a dress. Yes, that would. Well, it's a little big. It's actually pretty big. So they do have a smaller one. Lulu Creative Boutique. Yes, they do have. Well, actually, let me not say that. Hold on. Yes, they do have a 4x4 size that is smaller that I could have done. And the amount of stitches in that one is 53,000 stitches in that one, roughly. So yes, there is a smaller option, but yes, you can do one with the 4x4 machine. Marge, hello, how are you? Leela Nelson, thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Welcome. Carmen Alvarado, welcome from California. Thank you. Will said on a 4x4 hoop that would take 2.5 hours for one. I'm just saying. Bouquet will take a whole day. Yeah, this is going to be a week long project. It really is. Shamina says she's intrigued. Yeah. Will say total stitches 123. I'm trying to figure out why that thing says 68. I'm just trying to figure that out. But anyway. Oh, probably because in the total stitches, they're not counting that you're supposed to double the 2 pieces. They're counting the total with just the 4 pieces and not adding those 2 extra pieces. So that's where the difference is. So yeah, that's a crazy. An idea about the price of the 6 needles? I sure can. I'll pull up one and let you see it here in just one moment. Larry Washington, the 7710 is ready for sublimation. That's what's up. Congratulations. Did you get your baby recently? Let's see. Still very pretty. Yeah, Miss 143. Hello, how are you? Hope it's a good friend. It's a very good friend. It really is. Very good friend that this is being done for. Otherwise, yeah, no, I probably would have gave up a long time ago. Okay, so I see all the me's in here. We got Lulu, Sheila Cuffy says, hey Sheila Cuffy. Patty G, Contessa, Debbie D, Laura, Martinez, Laura. Thank you very much for being a Hoop Group YouTube member. You as well, Miss Debbie D. Thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. And Shonda Smalls Wills. Thank you as well. I really appreciate that. Keisha Marie, Salty Gravy, B Mays, Angelia Baker, Miss One. Okay, all you guys, Robin, HD, Frogs, SDU as well. Will would love to upgrade. Okay, so all of y'all would like to upgrade. Keep in mind though, and I've said this before, your spool threads get larger. So you're investing in a larger machine, which is a very good thing. Your production will go up. You'll be able to do larger designs faster. You can do, especially with this Redline, you can do just about every type ball cap. I haven't come across a ball cap yet that I can't embroider by following their directions. You can do all the caps, whereas I'm very limited with the 6 needle. And the price is better than the 6 needle. In comparison, you're getting 15 needles for about the same price as the 6 needle. And I'll pull up all that information on the Redline here in a moment. But your hoops are bigger as well, so your stabilizer has to be bigger. All right, but what I tend to have forgotten is that your stitch count goes sky high, because a little 4x4 design, you might be looking at it, 20,000 stitches, something like that at the most. But once you go with these bigger hoops and these bigger designs, y'all, you're talking about going from a 30-minute project to a 2.5, 3-hour project easily, because of the sheer amount of stitches that you're going to be doing. So keep in mind too that the more needles, the more thread, the more stabilizer, and the more time. I forget that a lot. All right, so what ends up happening with me, because I'm more like I was with this project, I'm like, it's adorable, I'm ready to do it, it's a cute project. I didn't even look at the amount of stitches. I did note the size, and I'm like, this ain't big, so I can easily do this, right? Did not look at the amount of stitches. So now that I see the amount of stitches and the amount of time that it's taken, I'm a little sad. Just a little bit, because it's going to be a beautiful project, but I'm sad at the time that it's going to take to get this project done, mainly because I do have other jobs that I need to do, and this is going to take up what little spare time I have lately. So yeah, you have to keep in mind, the more needles, usually the bigger designs we choose, or the more intricate designs we'll choose, and your stitch count is going to go way up, and your time is going to increase. I'm just letting you know that now. All right, when you got started, did you ever once thought about quitting? No, I did not think about quitting. Actually, I'm lying. I thought about quitting, but not all of it, just a certain part of it. Because, and the reason why I'm going to say that, Patricia Husky, which first of all, I do want to say, thank you very much for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I definitely appreciate that. And hey, Miss Beckham. Hey, Miss Beckham. And Justin. But the reason why is because for me, I am more of a creative person. I create because I love creating. I love what I do. I do what I do because I love it. and I see things like this rose and I'm like, ooh, this would be absolutely wonderful for that person. I want to do this for that person for that reason. But if someone were to call and they're like, we want a bouquet of 12 roses, you see it's, what did you count, Will? 123,000, right? So if you go based off of $1 for every 1,000 stitches, one flower is $123. If you go based off of just that basic rule. So you tell me how many people that call me up and say, well, I want one of these roses, or I want 6 or 12 roses at $123 a piece. Who is going to order that? I need to know. Somebody, just because, I mean, is there anybody out there that you think, what would you price it at if you wouldn't do $123? But if you stop and you think about the sheer amount of time it is taking just to stitch it out. This is just stitching. This is not putting this thing together, because in order to put this flower together, you have to take all 4 of those pieces and basically hand stitch the petals together, each section together, to make the rose. It doesn't just come together. So $123 is very reasonable for one flower, because you're taking 3.5 hours to stitch it out. You have to buy the stem. If it's going to look like a real rose, you got to buy the stem, find the stems first, buy them, wire them, and all that mess to go with it. Then build the flower from the inside out, hand stitch the whole blame thing together. And somebody gonna look at you and say, I'm not paying $100 per flower, bud. Have you lost your mind? And that's the type stuff that took the joy out of doing the embroidery for me, because people devalue what we do a lot of times as embroiderers, right? So they'll say, I don't want to pay, $15 a patch. That's too much money. No, that's not too much money. You're not the one doing the patch. Come on, bruh. And so that mentality, which I thought that I needed to devalue myself to reach what they wanted to spend. And when I did that, if I was like, okay, well, I tell you what, $20 a rose, I'll do it $20 a flower, because you don't want to buy it, but $20. And so who wants to spend 4 or 5 hours putting a flower together for $20? Look at what that breaks down to per hour now that you're making, as opposed to what you're really putting in with your skill, your expertise, your equipment, your supplies, all that water soluble stabilizer that you're using to make each one. I'm on a soapbox, but I'm on this soapbox for a reason. Stop devaluing your services. Remember what all you're putting into it. Like I said, larger machine, larger spools of thread, larger rolls of stabilizer. All of this is more money. Industrial needles in the case of the Redline, larger hoops and such that you're purchasing. It's going to cost more to produce the stuff that these people want. So that being the case, do not devalue what you're doing, because you're investing so much into building your business that if you want to get into making just roses only and sell those, stick to your pricing and don't let anybody talk you down below what your time, your energy, and your resources are worth. Okay? And that's the reason why I'm saying that, because you don't want to pay $125 a flower. I don't want to do it. I mean, but that's the thought behind what I had come to for the person that asked how have I ever considered quitting. That almost took me there. Was devaluing myself, and then I didn't want to do the stuff anymore. I didn't want to fill the orders. I didn't want to be bothered with it, because they weren't valuing me, so I didn't feel valued, right? Now I'm going to, for Lulu Creative Boutique, let's go to my wonderful folks over at Redline to show you the embroidery machine, and also for those of you who may not know, make an announcement actually with Redline if you are unaware. So let's go to the main page right here, and I'm going to switch your view. And nope, I didn't put my chat back up. And hopefully this won't crash my computer, because y'all know how my computer is temperamental at times. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to close out that one, and then let's go to, so here is the Redline machine 1501. This is the one, this is Grateful back here behind me, who was stitching the freestanding lace until I turned it off. The maximum embroidery area on this baby is 17 inches by 14 inches, 15 needles, even though I have a 20, yeah, that sounds about right. I got a 22 by what's a face hoop, so I think it's a bit larger than that actually, but the maximum speed is 1200 stitches per minute. It does come with the cap system, wide angle, and it does embroider beautifully even on structured caps. All right. You have the option of a 10-inch touch screen display if you would like. It comes with 2 of these larger hoops. Where is my paper at? Let me see if I can grab my paper and read this in non-mathematical terms. Let me see if I have that. Okay, so a 22 by almost 15-inch 2 of these. Then you have 11.8 square hoop. You get 2 of those. You get 2 of the 7.87, so almost 8-inch circle hoops. Then you get 2 of the 5.9, so almost 6-inch round hoops almost. Then you get, and of course you got a stitch field in there that you have to take into consideration, but and then you have 2 of the 4.72-inch hoops that come with this, and you also get 2 3.5-inch hoops, even smaller. You get your stand, you get your toolbox, you get 2 cap frames, you get your cap driver, and the stand, the gauge that helps you hoop your hat. You get a patch frame, which is huge. I was working with that yesterday, sorry. No, what's today? Sunday, Friday. I was working with this Friday. And then you have a flat table that goes right here across the front. And I have my table on the machine right now. So if you'd like to see that up close, I can show that to you. So all of that is the pricing points. You have 3 packages available for the 15 needle machine. The first package comes with just the machine with the 10-inch screen. Just the machine and the hoops and stuff that I was showing. These other ones come with thread and other stuff. So just everything that I showed you just then is $7,995 for the 15 needle with the 10-inch screen. Okay. And then the other package, you also get 15 spools of thread. You also get Hatch Personalizer Bundle, 90 fonts of your choice, Hatch Customizer for beginners, gold subscriptions, shipping up to $250, and that one is $8,500, so $8,495. Or you can get all of that plus with more shipping, $350, more stuff. I'm just gonna say more stuff. And this one is $9,495. All right. So these machines are the 15 needle Redline machines, and they are awesome sauce. They are awesome sauce, okay? And as I mentioned, this price, roughly this price here for package 1 for 15 needles is roughly right at about the same price as the 6 needle. Is actually less than the price I've come across for that 6 needle brand spanking new at the dealership. So that is why Redline was a better fit for my next machine. It was a much better fit for me. Now, I will let you know also that Friday during their live review, they unveiled a new machine. All right, so they have come out with a smaller machine that is now available. They don't have the information up here on that just yet, and we're hoping to have more information in paper to show you and get you prices and stuff. I don't have access to that right now, or I don't see it here on the website. So but as soon as I get that information, I'll let you know. But they did unveil the new machine Friday, so super excited about that. So for whomever, Lulu, the price of the 6 needle was more than that. It was like 8,500, something like that. Carolyn, yes, you can finance that machine. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Let me move my chat down so I can see it. So yes, that can be financed. Okay, you welcome, Lulu. Colette, yes, it's an excellent price for 15 needles. Yes, 15 needles. I'll take you right over there so that you can see it. Hey, Leela Nelson, welcome. Thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I appreciate that. Do magnetic mighty hoops work with the Redline? That is what I am using with the freestanding lace. This is the mighty hoop, magnetic mighty hoop. So yes, you can also purchase these from Redline with the brackets that fit the Redline machine as well. So yes, they do. Dorothy Gaston, waiting on them to get back with me, trying to get one. I understand. Hi, Joyce Williams. How are you? Welcome. That is awesome. So Crafty. Hello, So Crafty. Thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I definitely appreciate it. So let me scroll back up and go to a question I saw. Marge Campbell says she upgraded 15 needles 3 years ago. Have you ever looked back, Marge Campbell? Have you ever looked back? Contessa, you got a new baby? You got a Silhouette 4? Well, we need to ring the bell for your new baby. Silhouette 4 in the house. Holler. Everybody ringing their bells. They got their bell in the mail. Congratulations, Contessa. Holler. That's what's up, girl. What you been cutting? You been cutting some good stuff. Please be sure to share. Hi, Pamela Banks. How are you? And Tanya, you're welcome. I'm glad you got your bell. Let's see. Oh, man, Miss Carmen, we got to dust that puppy off. Let's see. Nancy Faust from Iowa. Hello. Sheila Cuffy says it's good to be here. How have you been? I've been making it, girl. I have been making it. One boutique of 12 roses. Look at my mathematician. Thank you, Will. One boutique of 12 roses will be 1.475 million stitches. Yay me. Angela says a bride might pay that amount for a bouquet for a wedding. That's a good thought. That's a good thought. Yeah. Very smart, actually. I would see that, yes, being the case. Patricia Husky, hello, my dear. Have you done a 4x4 or larger hoop on your machine? 4x4 or a larger hoop on your machine? Which machine? Which machine? Miss 143. I get it. The same reason I don't quilt and sew for adult people. Right? Quilting is expensive. And when you get to hollering about folks with and they don't be wanting a child anyway, Teresa Spencer, hello, how are you? Carmen says, you are so right, Eve. Some people just don't appreciate the handicraft. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm just telling you. Nakendra Harmon, hello, how are you? I do not reduce my prices for retail customers. Some commercial customers won't do that. Kelly's Cotton, hello, how are you? Phenomenal Creations, embroidery pricing is hard for me. It's hard because people are telling you what you should be charging. That's why it's hard, because the prices that we technically should be charging, there's other folks out there that are charging way less, and it devalues what you're doing. It really does. And I'm guilty of that as well, because I have had some customers and I'm like, look, we need to increase our prices. So where it was $8, it really needs to be 10 to 15, because I'm struggling and this isn't worth my time. It just isn't. So you have to, you know, let them know, because that's just, anyways, it's crazy. Miss Lady D says, I'm learning to stick to what I know I'm worth. Took a while to get here. Yes. And again, Miss Phenomenals, it takes the joy from the craft. Definitely. 6 needles was $8,900. Yeah, that's why I said the Redline is less. It is less. Let's see. I'm scrolling. Christina Darkay. Cool, thanks. You're welcome. Nice name, like, especially that last name. I'm hoping I'm saying that correct. Colette says, yes, that's what I was thinking. My brother PR 650 was not too much cheaper than that. BCB Perfect, hello, how are you? Welcome. I'm new to this. I got a PE 800 and a maker. That's a good thing, Carolyn Weathers. No worries. When did you get your PE 800 and your maker, so we can ring the bell for you? Shonda says, how do you get a bell? You are a YouTube Who Group member. Send me your address and I will ship one out. All of the YouTube Who Group members get a bell. I need your address though. Miss Bickham, I need to get yours out to you. I have not done that yet, but I do need to get it out to you. The baby shower place, hello, how are you? Tammy Olive, what type of file does the Redline use? DST. DST is the standard embroidery file. It's not my favorite because the DST comes with no color, nothing, right? So whereas you can kind of set colors away in a way, like when you buy like the rose, it comes with colors built into the design, but that's only with the file extension that it comes with. DST doesn't do that. DST is just like, look, we just want to know stitches and where to put them. We don't care about no colors. You got to figure out the colors, and that's what DST is. But it's either DST, or which is D as in David, S as in Sam, T as in Tom, or it will also recognize D as in David, S as in Sam, B as in boy. So there's two different files that go with the Redline, DST or DSB. Debbie Kid, let me write that down. I do need to send you a bell as well. I'm glad you said that. Thank you, my love. So for, aside from you and Miss Bickham, I don't need everybody else. Send me your address if you are a YouTube Who Group member. Otherwise, I think you can purchase one still online on my website, thebabiesbooty@gmail.com. Just got a Cricut, Miss Lady D, just got a Cricut maker and a heat press last week. Y'all, everything is still in the box, opening it this week though. Well, that still means you got it last week, so we need to ring the bell for you, right? Congratulations, Miss Lady D. Cricut maker, heat press. That's what's up. Please let us know what you're going to be cutting on as well. BCB Perfect says, I just got the NQ 1600. And Melissa Dodd just got a Janome for about the same price. I wish I knew about Redline a few days ago. A larger embroidery area would be awesome. However, congratulations on what you did get, because at least you still can embroider. So congratulations! And what that means is save up that money for the upgrade, girl. You know it now, so we gonna upgrade later. That's what's up. Congratulations, my dear. Will, thank you for becoming a YouTube Hoop group member. Holler! For the new members. Yes! Woo! That's what's up. Thank you, Will. We appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Will says, I do love it when the customer says so-and-so only charges this price. I have no issue saying then go to them. I've had to say that as well. I didn't say it quite like that, but I say, well, you may want to give them a call if they can make a better price. That's a good thing. Enjoy. Carolyn Weather says, last week, congratulations. Lila Nelson, I undervalued myself a long time with sewing, getting a lot better. I'm getting older and wiser. We all are. And it's a growing process. You have to learn, because a lot of times you get into it because you can get into embroidery, especially with the 4x4 machine, relatively inexpensively. I mean, you're talking about a difference between, 4x4 machine is $350 versus $7,900. That's a big difference. So you can get into it at a lower price point and feel like, well, I don't have to charge as much as that person with that machine because my overhead is smaller. But you will end up working a lot harder in a lot of instances, because, for instance, if you want to do a hat with a 4x4 embroidery machine, you can do it. It is very possible. I do have videos out there. If you are ever interested in seeing how to embroider on a ball cap on a 4x4 embroidery machine, just go to our channel, search our channel and say hat embroidery. Or you can go out to the main YouTube channel and say the baby's booty hat embroidery, and it'll pull up the video. So it can be done, but watch that video and see what it takes to do it, versus having a cap driver to attach to the embroidery machine and the hat driver just does all the work for you. You don't have to worry about flattening it out, holding it down, pinning it in place, changing the threads in the middle of the design. Gosh forbid you have 7-8 color changes to a design. It's a whole lot more work to it. And here you're saying, oh well, I don't have to charge that much. No, you actually might need to be charging more than what I would charge. To be completely honest with you, you might need to be charging more, because you have a whole lot more work to do to get that hat embroidered than I do. So, a lot of times the home folks can get in there and they start charging these lowball prices, and it just, they'll find out the hard way. What my grandfather used to say, make a bed hard, you're the one that has to sleep in it. And eventually you'll find out that hard bed is not as comfy as you thought it was going to be. So I had one, Tanya says, I had one customer to tell me that I was too expensive. I told her that I was sorry, but she just couldn't afford me. It was a trying day. A week later, she came back and paid my price. Right? Trying to tell you, these folks will learn the hard, or either they'll go with the cheaper person and be real sad because the embroidery isn't up to standard, So Larry Washington, do you use Silhouette? I do use the Silhouette machine on a regular basis. No, but I do use it. It is plugged up and lit up right now. We were using it just yesterday. Patricia Husky says, on your machine with the 4x4 machine, I have got large frame for my SE 625, but I have not seen the videos on it yet on Sew It Pro. 4x4 machine 625 is the 4x4 machine, right? I do have several repositional videos using Sew It Pro for the repositional hoop. 1 or 2, if I'm not mistaken. Do I see Scooby-Doo? I see Scooby-Doo. Hi, Scooby-Doo. How are you? Let me Let me see. Are we sending the mailing address to your email at the baby's booty? Yes, so crafty, yes. The baby's booty at gmail.com. Dorothy Brown, hi Eve, sorry, just joining you. I just got my Epson 7720 and heat press machine. Did I just ring? Didn't I just ring for you? Am I having a senior moment? Y'all, please let me know if I'm having a senior moment. Did we ring? I think I rang for you just now. Oh my gosh. Because, look, I'm going to tell y'all, I locked myself out of my car today at the grocery store. Locked my purse in the trunk, keys, phone, everything. Couldn't remember nobody's phone number except my dad's phone number, child. I'm getting senior stuff. It's either stress or senior moment. Don't know which one. Either way, it sucked. It was tragic. But anyways, did we ring for you already, Miss Dorothy Brown? I need to know, because if not, that ringing needs to happen. Melissa Dodd, you're welcome. No worries. Will, thank you. I definitely appreciate it. Lulu's Creative Boutique. I have the SE425 but never used an embroidery file. I just use whatever designs built in. I don't know how to use the files yet. I do have I'm talking about on your computer, but I have a question. Okay, you can ask your question. Hopefully I can answer. Now, I'm not proficient at Silhouette just yet. I'm learning Silhouette. What is the name of their Silhouette Studio? I'm learning Silhouette Studio. I'm pretty sure I have a video on how to transfer designs from a website that you purchase over to your embroidery machine. I'll have to look that up, but you can do a search for the baby's booty embroidery machine designs or something like that. I'll see if I can't find it for you. Scooby-Doo says, hello everyone. Hi Scooby-Doo. I received my Wilcom software, hooping system, clamping system, and my GraphTech CE7060. I'm just waiting on my Epson F570. Yay! Scooby-Doo racking up. Congratulations, Scooby-Doo. That's what's up. I'm proud of you. Y'all, she got the software, the hooping system. Y'all, the hooping system is excellent. The clamping system is good too. The hooping system is excellent. It's a lot of fun. Well, let me rephrase that. Depending upon which one you got. But if I think you have the one that I think you have, it's very easy. You move the pegs and you hoop your stuff, and everything hoops the exact same way every single time. It's actually a lot of fun. Let us see. Debbie says, did you go up on your prices? Your beautiful stuff was, see. Sharon Bryant says, how is the person that had surgery, and did she get a duck cubby? Hopefully she's in here, and hopefully she got her duck cubby, because I shipped out all but 2. One person I don't think realizes that they're going to get one. The other, the cubby is going to be ordered from the company and will have to be sent out. So it's going to take a minute. Crystal Creates is in the house. Let's see. You having a serious moment, not a senior moment. You didn't, Justin, you wouldn't have had the key. And I don't have your number memorized either. Told you it was my dad. I had his number memorized. Hi, Sheila Cushionberry. No worries, no worries. Welcome always, always. So you guys, all right, so we have that. I'm off my soapbox. And as I mentioned, doing a freestanding lace project that's going to take me a million zillion years to do. So looking forward to showing y'all the final project with this one. So as I was going to also say earlier, one of the things I had mentioned last week was we would do an embroidery project this week. So I was like, cool, let's do freestanding lace. Not after I started sewing this sucker out and realized how long this was going to take. I had to kick this idea to the curb. And so that's why tonight is somewhat embroidery, but we can talk about anything, and there's no like project to do because I can't spend 3-4 hours stitching this flower out and then sewing it together, which I haven't sewn one together as of yet. So yeah, that was going to be a trip. Scooby-Doo says, I have the all-in-one hooping system in Leveler Pro. Yes. Okay. Because the Mighty Hoops has a hooping system, but the Mighty Hoops hooping system, you have to get the different brackets with each one, and that's why it's like, ooh, I don't know. I have to think about that. Big up, I can't tell you about a senior moment. Car battery died and doors auto lock. We banged on the window for help getting out. Then before we would notice, flip the lock. Yeah, I wish I could have done that and laugh about it. Instead, I was pretty sad. I was pretty sad. And I tell you what, you never realize just how much you depend on a cell phone. Yo, I was like lost. I had to watch people walk by. I had to, stand there and stare into space and just watch what was going on around me. I didn't have my phone to email, nobody check email, nothing. I didn't have anything. I was like, this is boring. I need to do better. I need to keep putting the phone down and well, I do in here. When I'm in here, I'm not on the phone. I'm working and stuff. So this is fun. But like just being out and about, a lot of times I find myself doing stuff on the phone, relying on the phone for all kinds of stuff. And it really hit home when I didn't even know my son's phone number. Didn't know it. Know my daughters. Actually, none of the kids, but I don't have any of their phone numbers memorized. And that's sad. I really need to do that. So yeah. Oh, you were like in the car? Oh my gosh. That's a senior moment. That's the senior moment. Yeah, no. I would have loved to have been locked in the car. Lulu says, good luck with your roses. Let us know when you finish them. I sure will. Leela, on the business class, will she discuss marketing? I will. Usually she's in here. I don't see her tonight. Let me send her a message and I'll find out for you, my dear. Andrea says, I got a 7720 printer and converted it a week ago. And I got the Hoop Master system too. Congratulations, Hoop Masters. Hoop Masters in the 7720. That 7720 is nice. Who did I know just got one? Oh, I think my cousin. She got one, and I was like, oh man, that's awesome. Let me see. Texting her. Someone, let's see. Sorry. Yeah, she's not in here. Ouch. Okay, so hopefully we'll have an answer on that in a moment. I know Scooby-Doo says big. I shall not say a word. I know, right? Coolio Andrea. I ordered the PE Design 10. Is it the same as Sew It Pro? Yes and no. It is from the standpoint that you will be able to edit, but it's not the same because I think you can digitize with PE Design 10, I think. Mahandi and Ari Designer, welcome. Thank you for joining us, and I hope I pronounced Ma correctly. From India, welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. We definitely appreciate you being here visiting us from India at the Baby's Booty channel. Tanya says, what hooping system do you recommend? That depends on what you she said, hi Lovey, Texas just got back money and got some equipment. I know that's right. Do your come up, girl. The hooping system, a lot of that depends on what all you have, because see, the Hoop Master Mighty Hoop system is an excellent hooping system. It really is. It's top notch. It works great. And it's a good system, but you have to buy the different size system brackets for the size hoops that you have. So it can get pricey really quick, and then that's more pieces of stuff that you have to have in the studio instead of everything being all in one. There's another one that I cannot for the life of me remember the name of right now, because I was only looking at it one time, but it has the pegs to go with it, and I'll look it up real quick. Now that one is an excellent one because if I'm remembering the marketing for it correctly, it can be used with any hoop. It doesn't matter what hoop it is. The hoops that come with your machine, the hoops that come with Mighty Hoops, any of them can go on that, because what you're going to do is you're going to position the hoop where it needs to go, set the magnet pins in place. Well, I don't know if you can use Mighty Hoops with that then, because the little pins are magnets too. But anyway, no, there's 3 different kinds. There's one with magnets and one without magnets. So I know I'm gonna have to look all of this up. But the one without magnets, I'm pretty sure you can use with the Mighty Hoops. That one you set the pins in place, and then every time you just use the hoop again. So let me go. Good night, Tanya. How are you? Good night, and you have a good night. We better try to memorize phone numbers. The nurse asked husband what the phone number was. He said 2. I just hit speed dial. I've been there as well. That's how I am with the children. But that didn't work on the lady's phone that let me use her phone at the grocery store. So, yeah, no, that didn't work at all, actually. Let me go up here and pull this over, and then we'll look at, what did I say? I'm gonna look at that hooping system. So let's go here first. I'm gonna go here, and that hooping system is, okay, so there's the Hoop Master that goes with the Mighty Hoops. And then there's the Durkee. Durkee has a hooping station. So Durkee has one as well. The Durkee hooping station is $695. The Hoop Master station is, where did it go? $500 right now. It's the starter kit, but it's the 5x5 inch starter kit. Then they have other pieces to go with it. The freestyle arm is $191. Then you got the adjustable fixture for 6.5 inch and larger for $125. Then you have the freestyle, another, I don't know. It's so many different. Then the 16-inch station to add to it. It's just a lot. You gotta sit down with the person who knows more about that hooping station to determine exactly what all you need to go with the Mighty Hoop. But yes, the Durkee has one. The full station is $595 for Durkee. But that's not the one I'm looking for now. Do they have the other one on this one? They may not have the other one on this website I'm on. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure they don't have it. Yeah, no, they don't have it. Yeah. So I need to go to... no, wrong thing. Alright, so the other hooping station, so there's Hoop Master, there's Durkee. And now there is, oh, here it is. But like I said, this one is magnets. It's called the, oh Lord, that's right. This one I can't pronounce it. It's Echidna hooping station. I think that's how, ECHIDNA. And I'll show you a picture of it. So here it is. This is basically it. It's a board, a magnetic board, double-sided. One side for I guess larger projects in one side for smaller. I guess, I don't know. I haven't actually touched it yet, but it's got these little pegs that you use to show where, or to center where your hoop is going to go. And then it says no additional attachments required. And see, this is just your regular basic hoop. This isn't mighty hoop or anything like that. So, and how much it is, I don't know. Oh, it says, okay, so 2 sizes. You can get both for $500 right now. So, but will this one work with mighty hoops or not? Because these are magnets, and the mighty hoops have magnets in them that may move these magnets around. I don't know. I don't know. So that's a good question. Buffering, I'm sure I am buffering because I'm pulling up websites. I apologize. Let me shut these down, actually, with a lot of information on them. So let me see. Okay, here we go. Papa said, hello, baby. Hi, Papa. How are you? I hope you're okay. I've been lazy. Laying around, not doing very much. I've been doing some work, but it's not a lot of work. Scooby-Doo, that is the one I have. I was not trying to purchase each piece. Okay, so, you know, mine was $755. Ooh. So that's where Levi says, I remember the little black book in the 90s. I'm not trying to have a little black book. But, see, and the little black book wouldn't have mattered for me because it would have been in my purse, and my whole purse was in the trunk. So I still would have been jacked up. But yeah, no little black book. Remember when we used to know everybody's numbers? Yes, that is absolutely correct. I know other family members' numbers by heart, but it was the ones that lived in my household that had the extra keys to the car that I needed that phone number, those 2 phone numbers, and I did not have them. So thank goodness my dad was like, I'll go by there, and he came and brought the key, because he and my mother, because they love me and they know I was struggling. I got a lot to learn, sorry, but I will order Sew It Pro, and I'm going to get me another home embroidery machine next month. You gave me courage. I can do this. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And Sew It Pro is a lot of fun, but also, brother, if you do have the Brother PE, what is the name of that program? I'm getting sleepy. But if you have that software and it works, there's no need to purchase Sew It Pro. It really isn't. If that program does what you need it to do. That is not mine, but it has a bunch of stuff with it. Okay, cool. You gotta be kidding. Hello, you gotta be kidding. How are you? Thank you, Eve. I will look into these hooping stations. You're welcome. You're welcome. Levite Apparel, thinking of getting a Canon TA20 printer and a 24 wide by 100 loan paper for $954. Go for it. Go for it. That's a lot of fun you can have. Hey, Janet McKinney. That's a lot of fun you can have. A lot of printing that you can do. A lot of work to get pressed. PE design. Yes, PE design. That's what I was talking about. Thank you very much. Will and me are not girls. Oh, hilarious. Justin, you are a nut. You are a nut. You gotta be kidding, says late to the meeting. Oh no. Y'all, I'm getting sleepy. I should not be getting sleepy. I'm tired. But I am tired. It's been a long day. The grandbabies came over, so I am worn out. I had the grandbabies for a little bit. They came and we had a lot of fun. I cooked 2 different houses. I cooked for a friend and then came home and cooked again. Does the Redline take BX fonts? Well, I mean, yes, Teresa, it does. But when when you're using BX fonts, you save. Let me rephrase this. The BX fonts are used only in a certain software program. So that software program is the only program that uses BX fonts. When you finish typing in your BX fonts in that program, you save the entire design, not just each font. You save the entire design as whatever file extension your embroidery machine takes. So the BX fonts are no longer BX fonts. They're saved as the entire whatever you did with all of those letters as now a PES for a brother, or DST for Tajima or Redline. So BX fonts is not machine based, it's software based. So for instance, you in Brilliance, I think is the name of it, takes BX fonts, but Sew Pro does not take BX fonts. But it doesn't matter the embroidery machine, because in Brilliance, once you're done putting your embroidery design together, will save it as an embroidery file that your machine reads. So Deb Parker, I have in Brilliance, not sure if it was the best choice, learning as I go. And if it's working, one thing I will say, my grandpa was right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So yes, use in Brilliance is very similar to Sew Pro, where you should be able to edit embroidery designs and whatnot. Oh my god, that is so rude. I apologize. Grandbabies and getting locked out, all of that makes you tired. But you don't want to spend money if you don't need to. Please don't do that. So if you're working with Embrilliance, you're able to get your embroidery designs colors changed, or parts of the embroidery designs removed, or merge two embroidery designs together and add a name and save it, and you're able to stitch it out just fine. Don't buy anything else. If it works, don't buy anything else. Well, this Wilcom software is looking at me and you're looking at it. Which Wilcom software? Because you know it's different levels. Marge Campbell, hey love, I've mostly been listening, trying to order shirts for an order. Great information tonight, Eve. You're welcome. Oh, you did? Thank you, because I didn't see that. Okay, so that was Leela Nelson. She says she'll be discussing business organization, structure, and systems. If you have questions about marketing for your business, there will be a question and answer session during the class, and you can ask them. Miss 143 says the grandbabies will sure do it to you. Had one of my 6 on Friday, still catching up on rest 2-year-olds. Yes, the E4 Scooby-Doo. Oh, I'm so jealous. I thought about going that one. You know, yawning is contagious. You're right. I apologize. I'm going to have to turn around or something next time. But I do want to show y'all some. Thank you very much, my love, Jalil. Thank you so much for answering that. And hopefully she's still here to get that response. I'm going to show y'all something so totally adorable I got today. Really quick, because y'all know let me see, is this the right one? Extra key and a magnet spare key container hidden in a safe place under the bumper will save the day. If I could have thought that far ahead, I need to. I really do. I really need to do that. Okay, so I answered all that. Y'all take a look. Look at their face. Oh, light messing it up. Can you see? Isn't that cute? Remember the Leilani bag I embroidered? Well, here is Miss Leilani. She came yesterday. And she's beautiful. You did two chubby cheeks. She's beautiful. So Miss Leilani is here so she can use her bag. The grandbabies. So that's, oh God, how many grandbabies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait a minute. 1. Oh my God. 1. Oh, I got them right here. Duh. I can count them on my arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my God. 1, 2. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6 grandbabies now. 6 grandbabies. I know I should party. The cheeks. The widow cheeks. The cheeks was cute. More than anything, I love some chubby cheeks on your baby. I love the chubby cheeks. They're so adorable. Unfortunately, way far away. Way far away from me. So I can't love in person. But I can love from far away. Thank you. So yeah, it's been a long 24 hours. 24 hours. 6 grands over the weekend. 5 months to 14. Hi Nedra, welcome. So does anyone have any embroidery questions or sublimation questions? I had fun doing sublimation. Justin came by and brought some because with the sublimation on the cutting board, the round one from Dollar Tree last week that melted, he brought the 651 Orcal vinyl for me to redo the project, and I have not had a moment to redo that. I love my pillow again from the Dollar Tree. So if you have any sublimation questions, let me know. We took that 631 stuff off, or we, Justin did rather. He took it off. And I don't know that I'm going to use this one again. I might as well. Let's see why not. And redo it, but I just haven't. What's comparable to the 651? That is a Justin question, because y'all know I'm not too far up on vinyl because I'm not a huge fan, so to speak, of vinyl. But being able to do those cutting boards, excellent stuff. Diana Henderson, you have a good night. 6 this morning, I was knocked all the way out, so you have had more rest than myself. So please have a great night, my dear. Thank you for joining us this evening. And I won't be on too much longer myself, actually, because it's just been that long of a day. Would your hoop group be interested in a business marketing class? Would you guys be interested in a business marketing class? As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I can answer that question and say yes. I'm going to say yes for them. But for those of you who would be interested in a business marketing class, please say, I am. Say me, I am. So that we can take a poll and then we can know. Okay. When do you use heat sensitive stabilizer? So you mean the stabilizer that after you're done you can heat it away? If that's what you're talking about, then heat it and it disappears. You could use that for freestanding lace as well, technically, if I'm not mistaken. You can do that as well. Alrighty. A lot of folks like to know about business marketing. Business marketing is a tough subject. It really is, because a lot of times you really don't know how to tap into those specific areas to promote your business and get it out there so that you can make more money. You know, has the cruise been released to go home yet? far as I know, the one that went to China and came and had folks on there. I don't know. I know we ain't going to China. So we shouldn't have to worry about the coronavirus in May. We shouldn't. I hope not. I'm going to be real sad. Because I'm looking forward to having fun. Is $651 costly? Justin. She said, what is comparable to $651? So if you don't, because Oracal is $651. That's the brand name, and that's Oracal. She wants to know what else can be like $651 that you can use that's not Oracal brand. I'm pretty sure that's what you were asking. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 folks that are interested. Just right off, business marketing is a hard topic, but once you understand it, it's gold. That so far Americans have been released from that ship. Okay, cool. So far, pretty good response on the business marketing. Let me know what you're thinking, and we can get it set up. I'm praying all is contained and cured by then. You ain't never know. Because we don't want germs. I'm bringing my Lysol. I always bring my Lysol. I don't care where I go. I'm taking Lysol. If I'm not taking it, I'm getting it from the Walmart when I get there. My Lysol. Okay. My mama taught me that. Damn you, mama. Mama taught me that. Nikendra Harmon, I would love to see the finished lace project. I want to try it. What stabilizer did you use for the lace? I use wash away stabilizer, and it is the Viline, so it looks like white fabric in a way. There's water soluble stabilizer, comes in 2 different types. Usually there's this type that is it looks like fabric if you look at it, and you can't really see through it, and it's white and feels like fabric. Okay, and then there's the wash away stabilizer that looks like plastic. So what a lot of times when you're on a website, see, this is topper. So a lot of times what they'll call it, see how much clearer that is, see through. So this is the kind that you put on top of towels, on top of fleece, you know, pile fabrics, stuff like that. And this is called, usually on some websites, they just call it water soluble topper. All right. Whereas this one, they'll call water soluble backing. Okay. Because this goes behind the embroidery, not on top of the embroidery. So you embroider directly on this, whereas this, you set it on top of your fabric, and then you do your embroidery with this. Whereas this is the basis of the base of the embroidery. So this is the type that you use. Okay, we'll talk. You gotta be kidding, says spent several hundred marketing dollars on direct mail through Vistaprint. Targeted, got 0 results. Oh no. Nikendra, oh, you just repeated it. Cheryl Larrabee says, will the coronavirus affect availability of embroidery supplies? I'm sure it will, because it did affect the availability of my rhinestone supplies. So yes, I'm sure it will. A lot of stuff we use come from overseas. So Carmen says, Eve, sublimation question. I bought a big roll of butcher paper at Smart and Final for a good price. You said you bought yours at, no, I bought it at Sam's Club. Which is better, butcher paper or what you use? Mine is parchment paper, I think. Where is it? Yeah, mine is called parchment paper. I'm not 100% sure what the difference is, other than I think butcher paper has a wax coating, I think, whereas parchment paper does not. I could be wrong, so please let me look this up, because I don't like to give misinformation at all. I like to do some research and let folks know what's what. So I'm gonna look that up real quickly. But I've never used paper from Smart and Final. So I don't know how well that paper performs, but I know with that one, that parchment paper, I absolutely love it. I haven't found anything else to touch it, actually, because I did get some off of, got some from Walmart. It withered up and about melted. And I got some from Amazon, and it just only lasts 1 or 2 presses. And this paper goes and goes and goes. I absolutely love it. So between the difference between butcher paper is usually coated with wax, not good for baking, as the wax will melt onto the food you are putting on it or in it. Parchment paper is for baking or wrapping things while cooking. Freezer paper is a white coated paper similar to brown butcher paper used to wrap meats for freezing. So there you are. Butcher paper has wax, craft paper does not. Not my words, that's Google words. Yes! So the butcher paper, what will probably happen, as it says, is not good for baking, as the wax will melt onto the food. So butcher paper will definitely melt on that heat press. So you don't want to use wax coated butcher paper. You want to use parchment paper or something similar with no wax, or maybe butcher paper that's not coated with wax. Oh, Justin says the alternative, Miss Bickham, the alternative to 651 is 3M Avery and FCS. Madre Mon 1 says yes to business marketing. And Mama says she sure did teach me about that Lysol. I'm trying to tell y'all. They will be in quarantine for 2 more weeks here in the U.S. I know that's right. We don't want to be sick. Especially not on the trip. Don't want to be sick. Do you use Photoshop? I tried it today. I feel like I was totally dumb. I'm new to this. Andrea Hun. Photoshop is a extreme level, professional level software program. Please don't feel intimidated, because it's made for professionals. So I don't use it to that level. It's a lot of training that goes into learning Photoshop. I do not primarily use Photoshop for sublimation. I primarily use Microsoft Publisher. I do use Photoshop if I want to remove a background, or if I want to clean up an image or something like that. But for arranging my stuff or my final setup for actual doing the sublimation is done in Microsoft Publisher, because it's so much easier. So, and I'm able to get my colors right on Publisher, whereas I cannot get my colors right with Photoshop. So don't feel bad. Lilo says I need to work on my Etsy shop. Don't understand Instagram at all. Instagram is basically a public photo album, Miss Leela Nelson. That's pretty much all it is. So you're able to put descriptions and such under there. You can tag things, which that's probably a marketing class question. But Facebook is social, where you can tell people how you feel that day and talk about who did you wrong or whatever. That's more emotional. Hey, I did this, we did that, let's talk about it. Whereas Instagram is like, forget talking, I'm gonna show you. Here's a picture. This is the food we ate. Isn't it beautiful? Or this is the new embroidery design I came up with. This is a picture of the book bag I just embroidered. Whereas on Facebook, you can do that too, but you can go into a whole long, drawn out paragraph about how the book bag came from overseas and it was found by someone who lost their love and you should love me and all this. It's just, yeah, no, it's a bunch of drama on Facebook, whereas Instagram is like, here's a picture, like it or not. Essentially. And I love Instagram for that. And what I generally do is I'll post to Instagram and make Instagram posts to Twitter and Facebook at the same time, so that's less work for me. So I love Instagram for that. And what I tend to do is, if a customer wants to do business with me for, you know, hey, I want to know, do you do patches, for instance? Hey, do you do patches? What's your website? And I'm like, okay, I don't have a website for people to go to and browse through things that I make and order online. My website is for you guys, actually. The Baby's Booty and Hoop Group. That's what my website is for. But when it comes to customers who want embroidery services or sublimation services or bling services, I send them to Instagram, because that's my catalog of pictures where they can see, hey, that's what she does. Okay, that's good, you know. And I'm not 100% proficient at it, Leela, by any stretch of the imagination, but the little bit that I do know about Instagram, I absolutely love. Now, Miss Afro-Colombian is bee's knees with Instagram. She rules Instagram. So I think that would be a good question to put to her when you're able to enjoy either her class on the ship, if that's what you choose to do, or if you want to do a marketing class here on YouTube, which we can do that. How do you create a knockdown design? I create my knockdown designs, Tanya, in Wilcom Hatch. And it's basically just a bunch of stitches going back and forth, creating basically a square grid pattern to create the knockdown. If you're doing just a solid knockdown in your design. Now, if you're doing a knockdown, what is that called? It's not knockdown. If you're doing a, oh my God, emboss, where everything is knocked down except for the image or the wording that you want to stand out. That part, there's no knockdown stitch, so it stands up and it's fluffy, but everything else all around it and whatnot is knocked down. An embossing design is a little bit more difficult to do, but I did one in Hatch as well. Is parchment paper better than butcher paper? Yes. Yes. Thanks, Hickman. I could not remember parchment. Hey, Patrick Quinlan, how are you? Hey, Lisa Brown, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. I touched my phone and it did something retarded. My butcher paper doesn't have encoding. Okay, so if you have some without a coating, great. You definitely don't want that wax. Freezer paper has the coating. Okay, so butcher paper does not have wax. Okay, so cool. If you have one and it doesn't have wax, that's perfect. The most important thing you want to keep in mind is no wax to melt. You don't want wax melting on your heat press. Will says, I use plain copy paper for my sublimation. I can get that many presses before I have to replace. Unless I have a two-sided dyeable product, then I will use more paper. And I have used copy paper in a pinch because I just couldn't find the butcher paper. I mean, parchment paper. Teresa Spencer says, OMG. Oh no, what's OMG? Holly says, new to this, what is sublimation? Sublimation is a process where there's a special ink, Holly, that you can use to print out on paper an image. Okay, and once you print that image out with this special ink, you can press that image onto a polyester or poly coated substance or substrate or blank or whatever, and I'll show you an example here in a moment. And what happens is when you heat it to close to 400 degrees, it's called sublimation because the ink turns into a gas, and the ink, well, actually it's supposedly a solid that turns into a gas, but anyway, because it's printed onto the paper, and the poly substance or the poly coating or the polyester absorbs it, and it becomes a permanent image on whatever poly substance you put it on, and it makes a beautiful design. Like for instance, this pillow is polyester, so I was able to print my name on the paper with the black special ink, and when I pressed this on my heat press for what was it, 60 seconds on the heat press, it's now permanent. And the same with this image. And you can do full color images, any picture, doesn't matter what the picture is, you can print it out. I could have put a picture of me if I wanted to, and it would print just as great as this duck did on this pillow. The thing is though, it's permanent, so bleaching it, whatever, this is permanent, it's not going anywhere. But you have to use sublimation ink, and it has to be a poly type situation. So if you use a cotton shirt, this is not going to happen. This doesn't print on cotton, this prints on polyester. So that is what sublimation is. Heat press is heating up. Going to my first sublimation press. I sure hope my colors are correct. I hope they are as well. Do a test press. Do a test press. How do you come up with patch ideas? Generally, I don't come up with patch ideas. I have customers bring me their patch ideas, and this customer brought me his design. He's a local artist, and he requested patches of his artwork design. So this is an order for him. Now I did create some cheer patches a couple of years ago, and in doing those patches, it, you know, I don't know, I mean, you know, like a little bullhorn with the team name on it. Kind of came up with that doohickey right there. That was a decent one. This was a customer's design. This was an absolute gorgeous patch. Gorgeous. Can't talk today either. This was a gorgeous patch. Sometimes the patches turn out absolutely phenomenal, and sometimes the patches turn out trash. It happens. Here's a friend of mine's patch. I'm sure that person really appreciates his patch. Not gonna name any names. Woo. Came up with that patch, I think. Pretty sure I designed that one as well. So I mean, usually I don't come up with the patch ideas. The customers bring them to me, and then I make it come to fruition. Make it come, make it happen. I post pictures of all my projects on Facebook. I have a few on Instagram. I tried to post some this evening and struggled to get it the way I wanted. Oh no. So now the other thing about Instagram is 1 by 1. It's like 1 inch by 1 inch, so it has to be a square. Whereas usually on Facebook your pictures can be long, like you take a picture, or long up and down. So you definitely want to be sure that it's a square when you go to put your picture on Instagram. You're welcome, Tanya. Debbie says, I got my butcher paper from Sam's Club for $21. Eve, do you use Coleman and Coleman patch kit? No, I do not. I do not. Thank you, Carmen. I use, I need to do a video on patches. And the reason why I feel like I need to do a video on patches is, out of everything I do here in the studio, it's interesting that patches is what I kind of struggle with the most. And the reason why is because there are so many different ways you can do patches, so to speak. And then sometimes they just don't turn out well. You really want them to, and they don't. I wish I had the other patch like this, where I got so frustrated because it just would not turn out, and it was tragic. And I wish I had the other patch right here to show y'all too, because that was really cool. I sublimated a patch too. recently. Man, I wish I had that patch in here because that actually turned out really cool. Okay, I don't have it, but so one of the things that was suggested was when you make patches, use Badge Master. Badge Master is a really thick, and I'm just gonna go gloss over this, but there really needs to be a video detailing all of this in detail. But Badge Master is like a really thick water soluble topper almost. So I showed you guys what that water soluble topper looks like. It's a matter of fact, here's Badge Master. Here's my patch frame. Ah, good, I got some patches on here. Here's the patch frame, my patch frame, and this is Badge Master. See, it's really thick. This is a thick, so like when I say you do your towels and you want to hold the pile down and you use the water soluble stabilizer, well, the water soluble stabilizer is thin. Well, this is water soluble stabilizer, but it's very thick. So what I've seen people do is they will, as you see here, stitch an outline, and the frame got bumped, so this stitched all off the way, and it just made me so mad. I just took the whole thing off. But you see it's good and tight, and you stitch the outline placement, which shows where to put your patch fabric that is already cut out in the shape that you want it to be, or what you can do is use this as the background, all right, and you can lay the patch fabric on top, all right, like so. Stitch your outline to your patch and trim around it just like this as an applique, and then finish the patch the rest of the way. All right, so what I chose to do ahead of time was to stitch the placement line and cut out the patch fabric already in the shape that it needed to be in, okay, for this patch. So what my original intention was to use this on the Badge Master and do a white fill stitch all the way over the back of it, so that the patch will be filled instead of not filled. So this patch is not filled, and let me find a patch that is filled so that you can see the difference, because some people may not understand. Will has a video on patches. Sweet. But see, Will, yes, you are the patch king. Oh, here we go. Perfect example. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with myself right now. Okay, so here is a patch just like this one. Okay, let me make sure. Actually, hold on, give me 1 second, because I see, okay, I see a glaze on the camera to me. So here is a patch. Let me turn this down too, so you can see a little bit better. All right, now this patch is not filled in right here or right here. This is all the white fabric, the white patch fabric, like this. That's what this background is. Whereas this patch is filled in. Can you see the stitches? For those who are new, let me move this out the way so that I can see what you can see, because right now I can't see what you can see. Okay. See how you can see the stitches on this one here, but on this one you don't see stitches. Okay. I'm gonna try and get closer and get it to focus. There you go. There you can see stitches. And and here you can't see stitches in the background. So there's a couple of ways you can do patches, right? The problem is when you're using this badge master. Now for those of you in here who do patches regularly with patch fabric and possibly using this, what I found is if I do filled stitches on this, sometimes this stretches and so it distorts the patch. I don't know how to explain it, but it does, and that's annoying. Sometimes it does it to me, sometimes it doesn't, and I'm starting to wonder if it's the way it's digitized possibly is causing me that problem or not. Not 100% sure on that just yet. So sometimes I'll just stitch out a patch on this by itself, okay, without any patch fabric, because see, this doesn't have patch fabric on the back of it at all. That's all just plain old stitches on the fabric, if I'm remembering. Yep, that's all just stitches, no fabric behind it, whereas this is fabric. Okay, this is fabric. So sometimes this works really well for me and sometimes it doesn't. So I'm saying all that to say that with my patches, with these, all I'm using is just the patch fabric by itself. I'm not using the badge master because for whatever reason with this patch, it doesn't like badge master. I don't know what the deal is. So that's a little frustrating because sometimes my patches turn out absolutely gorgeous, and then sometimes they suck. And I just, it just depends on how that cookie crumbles. So, but the sublimation, yeah, I know there are sublimation patches, but the way I did my sublimation patches is a little bit different, and I wanted to show you what that looked like. Where is that patch, y'all? Ooh, it's going on 12 o'clock. Hold on, let me go get it because I want to show you what that looks like. What I did, rather. And then too, really quick, I can show you. Okay, so here's Badge Master, a roll of Badge Master. And here is a roll of just regular thin, wispy, super thin topper. Whereas this is not like that. It's completely different. This feels more like a softer plastic. Okay. It's thicker also. Water soluble. This isn't used as a topper. This is used as, you can use this for freestanding lace too, but people use this to make patches. Okay, a lot of times they use that for patches. Now this is another water soluble stabilizer on the roll, and this one is used for freestanding lace, and the clear Badge Master can be used for freestanding lace too because it's thick enough. Okay. Yes, but in mine, this one I put it on the heat press too long. But what I ended up doing was taking the patch fabric, basically this, and I sublimated the background, the color of the jacket that this was going on. The customer wanted the jacket, wanted the patch background to match the jacket exactly, which I thought was pretty darn cool. So I made the patch the color that we wanted, and I embroidered the rest, including the wording and the border, with the exception of the fact that I melted it, but and had to remake it. But this is a patch I sublimated. I didn't sublimate the embroidery, but I did sublimate the color, and I thought that was pretty cool because where am I gonna find patch fabric in this color? I'm not. And when I tell y'all, that actually turned out really cute. I did not take a picture. Or did I take a picture? I think I did take a picture. Hold on, let me see. Because usually I take a picture of all the work that I do. But I was so tired that day and frustrated that I don't think I did. But maybe I did take a picture. Let me see. Oh, I did take a picture. Okay. Even though this one was the wrong color, but that's the concept. That one was the wrong color patch, but we got one that it was almost spot on with those jackets. And I ended up stitching it on. And it turned out really cute. Will, it really, I mean, I'm sorry, Will. Did I not? Yeah, I did. Pick that really wasn't my idea. That was the customer's idea. This is one of my designing customers, and they do screen printing but bring me their embroidery and sublimation work. And he said, look, I want this customer's patch to be the exact same background as the jacket. And I'm like, did you know I could do that or what? I don't know how he came up with that, but it turned out gorgeous. It really did. Yeah, it turned out really nice. I was very impressed with how that was really neat, and I'm excited to do that again, because usually the colors are like your basic colors: one color green, one color red, one shade of red rather, one yellow. You know, you can get a few of those primary colors, but you can't get like detailed colors, and I thought that was cool. So what I did do was print out a color grid and match the color grid to the jacket so that I would know what color to pick to make the background to the thing. So at any rate, that's patches, and we really need to do I may collaborate with somebody on getting those patch videos done. See what you got going on, Will. Maybe we can do a video or something. Possibly. I'll have to check and see what we got coming up, because I gotta get my new work schedule together and then get a couple of videos out now that I'm finally getting used to my new schedule. I'm getting asked to do patches more and more. Patches are coming back. Patches are coming back. I don't know what the obsession is. I mean, I even had a request to do a little teeny 1x1 patch. Who in the world and why in the world would somebody need a patch this teeny? But she wanted a 1x1 patch, and so there you go. Matter of fact, she wanted it smaller than that, and I was like, okay, so you need to go somewhere else, because I'm not doing it smaller than that. Let's see. Please do a patch video or live. Yeah, we need to do that, because patches are fun, but it's just so much that goes into it, from the digitizing, making sure that that's right, to you know, because most of your patches filled? I can't remember if yours are filled or not. I know a couple of them are not. You use the felt, if I'm not mistaken, and embroider on it, kind of how I did with these, but without the patch fabric. You use felt. I can't remember. Let me know. Good night, Marge. Sublimating on poly fabric, then adding the border, which is a good idea too. And I offered that to the customer, and he said yes, but when I did the embroidery, he loved the embroidery more so than sublimating those words on there, the logo. Oh, you ordered some Badge Master to test it out. That's going to be awesome. It's fun, but it does stretch a little bit, and that's irritating. Debbie, I saw a video the other day, and they used some plastic to couple tables or furniture. They just bought it from Walmart. And I heard somebody else do garbage bags. So I've heard Ziploc bags. I've heard someone use a Ziploc bag. You are, Will? Okay, we'll have to see about doing that. You're welcome, Carmen. Yes, felt. Yes. So I don't use the felt. I do love the patch fabric, but now I have 100% polyester patch fabric that can be sublimated, just like what you're talking about. So yeah, It's a lot going on. But anyway, so you guys, it was fun tonight. I had fun showing you patches. We talked briefly about patches. We discussed freestanding lace that's going to take me a trillion years. So I'm 43. I'll be 44 next month. So when I turn 52, the 12 bouquet of roses will be done. So we'll have to share it then, and looking forward to that. We also rang the bell for quite a few folks. That was a lot of fun tonight. Thank you so very much. Will is a new Hoop Group YouTube member. We appreciate that very, very much. Miss Debbie Kidd, American Eagle Embroidery and Graphics is. I saw the trash bag one too, but his patches suck. Oh no. I've tried trash bags and Ziplocs. Harbor results for both. Hilarious. Scooby-Doo, yes. Be blessed, everyone, and be kind to one another. I know that's right. So we definitely want to give a shout out to Miss Beckham, to Carolina Thread Place, to American Eagle Embroidery and Graphics, to Leela Nelson, to Tanyu, whom we love, Miss Tanyu, Miss Debbie D, of course. I'm going up the list, y'all. I'm going up the list. So, and Miss Patricia Husky, for sure. Shonda Smalls Willis, for sure. Who is in here? So Crafty, Yas, honey, Yas. I know there was more because I saw earlier. And hopefully this thing won't stop me from going way back. I said Tanya, Debbie D. Already. Was that all? I could have sworn there was somebody else in here. Definitely want to say thank you to you guys, because you guys are Hoop Group YouTube members, and I'm sure there were more in here as well. Deborah Knox from Ottawa, Canada, welcome. We appreciate you coming in with us. Teresa Spencer, when will we have a chat on the cruise? We can add that to the routine next week for sure. We do need to talk about that because it is coming up. You're a young pup. Sheila Cushion Berry. Tell that to the lady who got locked out. So no. Hi Cindy Lou, super late, but I promise I'll watch the replay. Good night all. I'm sure it was awesome, eventful and informative. Thank you very much. So we appreciate y'all. Thank you for joining us. I definitely always enjoy y'all joining and having a good time hanging out with me. It is an honor. I never did get to show y'all again the cup. This is the cup I ended up doing, and I need to redo the cup, but guess what? They can't get more cups in from China right now, so hopefully soon we'll be able to get another one of these tumblers, because there's a couple of pictures on here that should be on here and are not. And I definitely want to add them. Then on top of that, when we get back from the cruise, I will have more pictures to put on another tumbler. So I may have to get one of those. No, because I don't like the way those tumblers are shaped. Ugh. So I'm gonna have to get something bigger to put all of my pictures on. So if I come across you and you're willing to take a picture, please take a picture so that I can put you on my totally awesome sublimated cup. Okay, and eventually I'm gonna do a big huge collage here in the studio with all of these pictures on it. So I definitely wanted to show y'all my totally awesome sublimated mug that we sublimated live and then I deleted on accident. That hurt my feelings so bad, y'all just don't know. So thank you again for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next week, where hopefully we will not have a 10-year project to get us sidetracked from what we are supposed to be doing. We'll find a better one. Next week, I will also talk to you guys about the following week live event for the Hoop Group captains only, and let y'all know what we'll be working on, send you the files, and schedule that video, because we have to do that live, and I'm super excited about it. But I'm gonna have to announce it. I'm gonna put an announcement in the community tab, but I'm also gonna mention it in the video, so hopefully you guys will tune in for that. So I look forward to seeing you all again next week. Yeah, of course there's a picture of you. You're gonna be on there, definitely. And I look forward to talking to you all again. Same bat place, same bat channel. Thank you very much, and I hope that until the next time we see you, you have happy embroidering. Have a good night, and next Sunday, 10 p.m. Bye.